Well, good morning, everybody. Here we are on Saturday. This is Saturday, it's the 13th. No, it's the 13th because on this day, I can announce that I am the grandfather of three beautiful children, the newest being Olivia Evelyn May, who was born at around 2:30 this morning in Montreal. And she is beautiful. She looks a lot like her daddy. But my daughter Nikki is doing well and is resting up. I get to go see her this afternoon, so looking forward to that. So we're continuing reading through parts of the Kings and prophecies from Isaiah concerning this time of the Kings. And it says of Jotham. Jotham was great. He followed in the footsteps of his father in obedience to the Lord, doing everything right according to the Lord. And it said because of this, because he was faithful to the Lord, because he was faithful in doing things as the Lord wanted them done, that the kingdom was strong and he was successful. And this is a theme that we'll come across again and again. And we've talked about this. And I keep bringing it up because it is so vitally important that there is a place of righteousness. There is a place of doing things right and proper. And we need to be encouraged in that we don't get to do things as we want to do them. This is this is important, and it needs to be sunk in. That there is a proper way of doing things, and if we just decide that we're going to do things the way we want to do them, then we can expect that they're not going to turn them out as well as the Lord says that they would turn out. And that's what's important. That's what we need to understand. That's what we need to get through our head, that we have the freedom to do it as we want to do it. We have the freedom. We're allowed. We can do what we want to do. I mean, we're allowed, as in, there's not going to be a big angel standing there with a sword to lop up your head if you walk in disobedience to the Lord. He actually gives us the freedom to walk in disobedience if we want. But there are the consequences. The Lord has laid out the best way of doing things for the greatest maximum success. He's given that to us. He says, you walk in my ways. It's not just a matter of because of your obedience, because I'm pleased with you, I'm going to pour favor on you. There is an element of that. But there's also the fact that his ways work. His ways work. Now, I'm not advocating here that you go out and follow the formulas and the methodology and you leave off the relationship. Because as Jesus said, outside of him we can do nothing. But in that relationship, there is a certain way of doing things. It's called righteousness. There's a certain way of doing things within that relationship. You don't get to have a relationship with Jesus and then just do whatever you want and expect to have success because you have a relationship with Jesus. In fact, it doesn't make sense that you can have a relationship with Jesus and do whatever you want. Because if you have a relationship with Jesus, you're so madly in love with him that you would never think of wanting to do it any other way but his way. Yeah. I think you can understand this. So it really comes down to, are you going to do what you want? Because whenever that happens, things get messed up. You look at all the kings, the ones who failed were the ones who decided that they would go their own way, that they would do the things that they wanted, that they were focused on self. It was a self-focused thing. They didn't really care about the kingdom. They just wanted to do what they wanted to do, and they wanted it for the benefit of themselves, which is the worst kind of leadership that you can have, when they're seeking for themselves instead of for the people that they're serving. And anytime that we start focusing on ourselves instead of the people that we're serving, that's when we're going to get out of step and mess up. So he's called us to himself. He's called us to his heart. He's called us to do it his way. And the first thing that Jesus said, like, guys, if you want to follow me, you're first going to have to say no to yourself. No to yourself. Take up your cross and follow me. Follow my example. Do what I do. So take up your mission. Take up whatever your responsibility is. Take it up. Take it out. And say no to yourself. Say no to yourself. Number one thing, say no to yourself. But you can't say no to yourself unless you're in love. You can't say no to yourself unless it's from a place of love. Because that's the only way that can be healthy. Yeah, so just some thoughts there for a Saturday morning. And you be blessed in your service today. Be blessed in your relationship with the Lord. Blessed in your walk with Him. Blessed in the righteous path that you have chosen to walk. And I pray that you'll see the success that He has promised. God bless.